They were so nice. I bought them twice. Hi darlings, this is Christina at Makeup Box FYI. And for the mothers out there, I hope you had a wonderful day. Loved on, appreciated. Today I'm actually filming on Mother's Day because we celebrate on Saturday. And let me tell you, I felt so much love. I'm so grateful to be a mom. It's such a gift. And I don't take that gift for granted. Being said, I've been a little delayed in my videos because life has been happening. We've had a lot of events, a lot of family things, a lot of friends celebrations. So I had to take a step back because always my number one priority is my family. You know, I've been accumulating some things since the Sephora haul, so it's perfect because I've been trying it out. I got more things for you and some very good new additions to my makeup collection. So if you're interested, without further ado, let's get into it. I don't really know where to start because I've had some of these products maybe like 3 weeks now, so I had to like dig in my makeup box and be like, what are my new products? Which ones are they? So I'm gonna go in order of my Sephora haul first. My Sephora haul included a few things, some of which I did return, so I'll talk about that later. But let's talk about the hottest topic right now, which are the newest blushes. And the only one that really spoke to me, because I have so many blushes, and P.S. I'm also waiting for the Chanel Tweeds, which supposedly is coming out at some point this year. We'll see. The number 50 is the one that spoke to me. You know how I feel about iridescence. It is my happy place, and this one seemed to have some type of iridescent finish to it. So pretty. So I purchased it. I have tried it, but you see it's barely used. And the reason why is I don't know if I feel like it's just not as tinted on me or just not as sparkly as I want it to be. I'm just not sure what it is. I don't know why I have not been reaching for it as much as I thought I would. It's pink. It's got some golden hues to it. It really is a lovely shade. However, if I have to compare them to some of my other already like sparkly, pinkish, iridescent, I'm gonna tell you the Dior Forever Couture Luminizer in Coral Glow. And I've had this for maybe like a year. I've been reaching for this so much. As you can see, very beautiful. It definitely has that more peachy, pinky hue, but it's so much more like sparkly. It's not the if you like an iridescent finish, if you like something that's going to be very almost skin like, I'm telling you, like when I wear this one, I've had like a new love for it. But as you can see, it just shimmers so nice, and it's like a sheen, not a true shimmer. But I will say the tones are different. Definitely this Gucci one is pinker, the Euphoric color, and the Coral Glow is definitely on the peachier side. But oh my god, when I wear this one, I'm like in love. I'm like, oh, looking at myself on the side, like the reflection, the glow, the shimmer, it is giving life. So I want to play with this some more, but like I said, I haven't reached for it. I think I need to pair it with like another pink color, because that will really bring out maybe the pinkish hue. But I feel like a blush on its own, it doesn't really give me what I want, so I would use it more like a topper, which honestly I kind of do with the Coral Glow too sometimes, but I really like it over my bronzers, any of them, my Pat McGrath, my Hermes, my Chanel. Looks fabulous, fabulous. I also got a Valentino blush. They have been the rage. I felt like this was the time to do it. If I'm going to do it now, right? But it was not a hit. I got Sweet Rebel, and for whatever reason, it clung to my pores. You can see everything. It was so, I tried it twice. I tried it twice at work because that is my tester. Not really natural light, which is fine. People want to have it. But for me, I tested at work. I want to see what it looks like in the artificial lights. And let me tell you, it looked terrible. Terrible. It showed all the texture, showed all my pores. It was not flattering. I returned it pretty quickly after I bought it. I was like, I had to get some other things from Sephora. I said, you know what? I hate to do it, but guys, I'm not like a collector of makeup. So if I don't like it, if I don't find use for it, it's going back. I'm sorry, I hate to be like that, but they're expensive products and I really could use that money toward other things for this channel that will go longer and that I'll actually get more use out of. So that's how I feel about that. Let me get to the next blush. So I've been wanting to try this brand for a while, Westman Atelier. I love myself a little pinky situation, so I got Minette. And really pretty. Like right away when I opened it though, it fell on the ground and I dented it. It's whatever. It is a nice color. Very nice indeed. It's creamy, it's smooth. I would say maybe a little too light for my coloring. So if you're fairer than I am, I think this color would work better. I like it, but I don't use it on its own. Like I'll put this on, right? The Minette, and then one of my Chanel like coral blushes, and it really livens it up. But it was nice. I wanted to keep it because I like it, but if I had to compare it to another like corally blush, this is the Chanel Beige Water Fresh Tint Blush in Intense Coral, and I'm going to show you. And you don't need a lot, so I have a lot left because it is so pigmented. Definitely one of the most pigmented Chanel, you know, blushes, I would say. Usually they're buildable. This one is very face. So as you can see, very pretty, very beautiful, and it's deeper. So as you can see, this is the Westman Atelier Minette, and this is Coral, the Intense Coral with Chanel's Water Fresh Tint. And I have to say, if I have to choose between them, I definitely would always go with the Chanel Water Fresh Tint because it's pigmented and it still gives you a very natural finish, much like the Minette. But it's even more because it's more water-based. So yeah, that's my feelings on that. And so I believe that's all of my blushes, okay? So then I have to say the star of Westman Atelier, which when I was doing research, everyone was agreeing, are the highlighters, the cream highlighters. So I did go into the store. There was a Nordstrom's like about maybe a month ago that had Westman Atelier makeup, and I had someone like swatch it on me, and I thought I was going to get the pink color until she put it on me, and I didn't like it as much. So she put this Peche what is it? Peau de Peche, and I loved it. And I was like, oh, well, that's the one I'm going to get. And it's so pretty. It has like a thicker consistency, but you can put it just about anywhere. And I feel with this color, especially someone of my coloring, this works so well to look so natural. It just looks like glass skin. Anything you put it over, I love it. I've been using it so much. I'll put it over my eyes. I'll put it here like a highlight. Like, I don't want to ruin what I have going on here, which I'll tell you what this is in a moment, but like I can just add a little something something, and it just gives a little more sheen, a little more shimmer, and I love it. In love with this highlighter. I feel like a little goes a long way, and it is a beautiful color, beautiful finish, and I felt like it lasted all day when I wore it at work. So that is a definite yes for me. Next thing I got was the Dior Backstage. Nothing new, okay? This is not a new product. It's old. I've actually had this one already in a 4N. I went too deep, and so I didn't get a lot of use out of it, but I love the coverage. Now I have this one, and I also have the Dior Forever Skin Correct, okay? Same color, 3N, that is my shade. But I have to say, I kind of prefer this one. I don't know, for whatever reason, this one just, it's a nice coverage, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it's not as thick of a consistency or something, like it doesn't cover the same. So this is the Dior Backstage, and this is the Dior Skin Correct. So they are the same shade, but they do look a little different. Like this one looks a little lighter, and this one looks just a smidge deeper, even though, like I said, they are the same shade, 3N. But yeah, for whatever reason, maybe because it is brighter, I like it a little better. And neither one actually creases in my eyes, but I feel like this one, because probably it is a smidge lighter, and don't ask me why. It's like I said, same color, 3N. But it just brightens me up a little more. Like I felt like when I wore this This one, I had to still use my Sublumage Chanel. Now, do I love the Sublumage? Absolutely. My only problem is with the Sublumage is I have to put it into a smaller container to take it with me because it's not very travel friendly, especially because it's in that beautiful glass case. It doesn't have a pump. You know, you've seen it. I've done a review on it. It is messy. So I prefer to have something like this in my travel case when I go to work, and this has worked out fabulously. That I've been waiting to try another of is the Danessa Myricks eyeliners, and I love it. This is in Lily Quartz. I do have a few other from the brand, Opal, and then I have another one that's like a greenish color, and I apologize, I don't remember it off the top of my hand, but I did put this under here because it's got a little bit of lilac. Love these Danessa Myricks eyeliners. They are so much fun. It's like the perfect pairing to Pat McGrath's special shades. Oh, they are so pretty. And this one shifts like more like a light lavender to like a fuchsia to me. But it is so pretty, and I thought it would be so pretty with my Chanel and any other purple palette, like the, you know, the newest spring one to put under the eyes. Oh, saw Allison Chase use this under her eyes with the Chanel spring, and I was like, oh, that did it for me. It was beautiful, the spring palette. I said I'm gonna add that to my list, and so I did, and that was it. The other thing I purchased from Sephora, I want to try their brushes. And so this is 24, it's a crease brush, and I actually did use it today, and I do actually like this. It's so small. The hairs are very nice, and I got 30% off, so I was really excited about that. I really enjoy it. I think it's great quality, and a perfect time to use it was the Sephora sale, so I did utilize that option. One thing that I did purchase and return back is the YSL little powder. I got it in the color 3 because I thought it would go best with my color, but I felt like, one, we're dealing with this powder situation. It was going everywhere, and I wasn't a fan of that. And I was like, that's strike one. Strike two, it was making me look really ashy. And right now I'm really fond of my Dior Backstage powder. I really like this. It's a perfect shade. I dusted on all the parts that I need, like that get a little more oily, like here, the like T-zone basically. It's perfect. It doesn't leave any creases. It's like a little, like a slight coloring for me. So it's like a perfect shade. This is also N3N. So I love it. So I'm going to compare everything to the one that I love, right? The Chantecaille one is nice as well. I really like that one too, but I've been reaching for this one just more. I think I like the coloring, especially as I get darker in the summer months. So I returned it. I heard that they had come out with a compact version in the European countries, and so if they decide to bring that to the US, I will probably try shade 4 because I heard that's a better match for me, even though the terminology in regards to the coloring may be slightly incorrect. I'm gonna try that, I think, but I'm over the powders, the fluff, no, I don't do my makeup at home, so that is not a good fun experience for me, so I returned it. There are some things I wanted to try. I'm gonna start with one of my faves. So I do already have the Forever Velvet Veil, which I did a whole video on already, because for whatever reason my skin was more oily and I felt like I wanted something that would kind of mattify me, and I do like it. I felt like with all my other things, so like my skincare, and I use Ulta MD, my sunscreen, I'm so sorry, for my sunscreen, it would kind of leave, I don't know, I have a peeling effect with this one, just a little bit, it didn't just go with every foundation that I had either, for whatever reason. So I like it. I still really like this one, but I wasn't reaching for it. I just wasn't using primers at this point. And the reason why is because I felt like I wanted to bring a little moisture. I go through this phase, like my skin has these weird ebbs and flows of dry and moist, and right now it's going through like a dry season. It's spring in Cali and everything is dry. So I thought, okay, let me try this one. And boy, did I hit the jackpot with this. It's so nice. I'm wearing it now, and what I love about it is I actually don't have to repowder during the day when I use this. It keeps everything as is. It's beautiful, and it gives your skin the most beautiful, healthy look. It's got a slight smell to it, a fragrance, but it's not terrible. But it's supposed to have like a lot of healthy ingredients, like 99% natural. So I love all the benefits of this one, and I love the finish of it. I think this is something I'll keep in my makeup collection in rotation. Like, I'll repeat purchasing this one. I love it that much. I did get the Milk Hydro Grip. Now, I typically have loved the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Setting Spray. I love it. I do. I still love it. But I did want something I can kind of freshen myself up throughout the day. And let me tell you, this one is so nice. First of all, the packaging is so freaking cute with the blue and the iridescent. I like it because it does give you a dewy look. Like, Charlotte gives you a dew and a set. This just gives you dew. And it does set your makeup, but it's different. Like, if you're looking for that very fresh, dewy look, this is going to give it to you. And so I have enjoyed this one as well. As you can see, I've used quite a bit, as well as the Charlotte. Like, I like them both, but it just depends on what mood you're in. Do you just want to set your makeup and make it look as is, or do you want to give yourself an extra dew? That's what this one does. And I did get this in the Sephora sale, a little mini, so I could test it, and I do really, really love it. The other thing I got from Dior that I did a little short on is this golden shimmering gel. Okay, so I was at Nordstrom's because I need to make an exchange a few weeks ago, and I happened to peruse at the Dior counter. I wanted to try one of the foundations, the Total Capture. I wanted to see it. I maybe wanted to purchase. The girl at the counter was so sweet, so helpful, and she told me that this was a new smell. So I saw the bottle and it was like white. I was like, what is this? This smells really nice. And she's a new scent. Now, I didn't purchase the whole thing because I don't know that my newer watchers know, but I have an aversion to smells, especially perfumes. I don't get along with many of them. I have one perfume that I use consistently. It's the Louis Vuitton California Dream. It's the only one I can use that doesn't give me headaches or make me feel uncomfortable. Like, there's something in the formulas that bother me, and so I don't have many. So I'll test them first, see if it's something I like, see if it's something I get used to. Even the Chanel one I just tried, it's kind of bothering me a little, so I've been steering back. So yeah, anyway, I say that all to say that this smell was really nice, and the thing that they said, there's no alcohol, so it's more, what she stated is it's more and this is also the same smell. Link it here what the actual name is, because I don't recall exactly what this smell is, but it's more natural. So she said people who have strong aversions to scents don't have as many aversions to this one. They really like it. It's a nice, pretty, florally scent. It's very nice. It's like milky, and that's how you know it's different from the other one in that little pretty bottle. But let me tell you, when she showed me this here, it's not going to do it justice, okay? But it has actual glitter sparkles in it, and it's got the scent. So I'm going to take just a little here, and I'm going to show you how beautiful this is. And this is even too much, but I thought, oh my god, for summer, this is gonna be so beautiful. And I look at it. I don't know if you can see all the sparkle, but there's actual like shimmer in here. Not shimmer, glitter. This does have alcohol, by the way, but the actual spray does not. So I just see myself, like, if I can tolerate it, layering it here. See? Oh, it's so nice, so pretty, so pretty. And if I had to compare it to something, it would be the Chanel Le Beige Illuminating Oil Face and Body. And this is beautiful. It doesn't have glitter particles, okay? It's different in that way. It's just going to give your skin a healthy sheen versus sparkle, if that makes sense. So if you want like a nice, healthy glistening, this is your jam, okay? Which, by the way, they came out with smaller versions. That's their new Le Beige collection, because this is pretty large and in charge. And then if you want your skin to look like you're radiating sunshine, this is your jam, okay? Your jam. In love. The last thing is, you know, on my shorts I posted, bought from a brand that I haven't bought from in a long time. I had a bad experience with a bronzer that I bought from Tom Ford about 3 years ago, and so it kind of turned me off. When I have a bad experience initially, it takes me a minute to like feel like I want to do it again. But so initially I bought Peach Dawn, and yes, it looks a hot mess because guess what? I've been using it tons. I love these colors. So let me show you the swatches for the spring or the summer. And it's his wet and dry formula. Now this is just dry. Wet is even more fantastic, but what I love about these is that they're buildable and you actually do see the colors in between the blending. Like they blend so seamlessly. So if you have like 5 minutes to get ready, you can pick one of these palettes and easily just put it together. I love these. And this peach shade, I'm always looking for like my lid but better. I wish this was a little more sparkly. That's my only request, because you do have to wet it to kind of get it there, and it's still not as sparkly as I love it. But by the way, this is supposed to be a very elegant sheen, so I'm asking for something that this is not meant to be. Truly what I want is Pat McGrath to make like a peachy iridescent special shade. Hopefully she comes out with something like this year. We'll see. Pairing that with this, forget about it. I would just die. So I love it. Is such a nice, simple, pretty color. I loved it so much. How about another one? This was not something I initially would probably ever go for. Like, it's definitely on the cooler side of things, and I'll show you a swatch right next to my other palette colors. Now, what I loved the most of this palette, this color, this pinky lilac-y color reminds me of this color I fell in love with ColourPop. So like 4 or 5 years ago into my color journey, I purchased a lot of ColourPop because it was cheap. There are a lot of colors and I could play with them. And there's a special shade from Kathleen Lights, I believe, and it was called Velia. And it looked like this. I wore that thing to the ground, okay? To the ground. It was the most beautiful pinky purple shade, and for my skin tone and my eye color, it is one of the best like colors for me, okay? If we're talking about pinks, because it's got a little hint of that purple and green are really complementary to one another if you're talking about the color wheel. And dry, I want to show you wet. Just gonna wet my finger just a little. So it's a little more sheeny. It's not crazy, but you do see a little more oomph. Now, the cool thing about this color, the best part about this color, you can use it as a blush. Look at this blush. It is so pretty. It looks like just the most beautiful sheen of color. I put it over my Hermes bronzer today, and this is it, guys. This is it. This is what you get. This is the finish. I can get a palette and a blush. Stop it. That's it. That's all I needed. Totally justified the price for me because it is a little more. And let me tell you what I really love to do. I love to pair it with my Chanel Fleur de Fantasy. I put them together. It is oof, some beautiful pinky. I put it over top of this one. This beautiful pink purple color. Oh, it is. I wore it to work and I almost died. It was so pretty. And this is the whole thing about like learning how to play with things you already have. Like, of course, yes, I reviewed these things. I really like these things and I learned how to put them together, but you can do this even in your own curation. You can make your own colors, your own specific cultivated looks. And so, oh, I'm in heaven. I love these wet and dry formulas. I haven't tried anything else. I'm not really interested in his like matte formulas. Not really. I'm okay with this. And this is gonna keep me for a long time unless I see something I really like, but it does run a little cooler. So I'm wearing it over my eye, in my eyes right now. I'm wearing it in my eyes. I'm wearing it on my eyes right now. Very pretty. But it does run cooler, so I did pair it with a Pat McGrath powder here. It's kind of a little pinky peachy color. I put it over top of everything to blend it all nicely. Guys, now that was everything. I hope I covered all my bases. I think I did. In regards to everything I bought, I will be trying to get more content for you guys, but be patient with me. I have a lot of things coming up right now. A test to study for my nursing entrance exam, so I am gonna have to put a little pause on just recording as much for just a bit, okay? So bear with me, but I will be coming back. I have some cool things, a few things that I purchased, but mostly I want to start working with some of the things I have and help you learn how to navigate your own collection, because we got a lot of makeup. And while I love new makeup, I want to make sure it has a place. So I'm just not over consuming, and I'm also helping you guys to also use what you have so you feel like you're really getting your money's worth of these products. Yeah guys, I hope you have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed already, please like, subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one. You guys have a great day, a beautiful morning, and